G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now, this is the Boss IR-2 amp and cabinet, and today we are going to be using it as a preamp pedal into the effects loop return of a valve amp. I'm using this Laney Cub behind me here. This is the Cub 15, I think. It is a great little valve amp with beautiful power section and a beautiful preamp section. But what I've done today, I've got it mic'd up with a nice AKG condenser mic. It's a little bit out of focus, but anyway, it's there in the background. What I'm doing today is I'm using the amp and cabinet with the cabinet turned off. So all I'm doing is using this front section. I'm not using any of the IRs or anything like that at all. And I'm coming out of my output and I'm going into the send and return. I'm going into the return on the effects loop. So I'm completely bypassing all the gain, bass, middle, treble, all that sort of stuff on the Laney Cub. And I am just using its valve power amp section to drive the speaker, and that's what you're hearing today. Now, what makes this really cool is that if you've got one valve amp, I've got heaps of valve amps sitting here behind me. You've got one valve amp, and then all of a sudden you've got 10 different preamps that you can put in front of it thanks to the amp and cab. So all you do is jump on the software, change it from amp and cabinet to just amp with cabinet off. And that's all you do. The software is really easy and really self-explanatory. There's another whole video on our channel here if you want to go check out how to do that. But anyway, this gives you a whole heap of different tone, shaping, and preamp options, which is super duper cool. But at the same time, you're using the valve power amp of the Laney Cub to get that nice harmonics and everything you would expect from a valve amp. So what you do here is you just use this like you would with the knobs on the guitar amp. You've got your gain, your volume, you've got your bass, middle, treble along the bottom here. Just a little tip for you that I really like with these sort of amp pedals. With the really clean amps, I like to turn the gain all the way up to get some nice sort of, little tiny bit of hair out of them. And then with the really sort of noisy amps, I also like to use these preamps with the gain pretty much all the way down just to get some nice sort of crunch out of them as well. So just because it's a high gain amp doesn't mean you need to run it in high gain mode. Here we go, back around to the clean. Gain up, volume down a bit. Next one's a Fender Twin. You can hear how sparkly it is. It's pretty awesome. Does sound very Fender Twin-y. So now I've effectively turned my Laney Cub into a Fender Twin. Still lots of nice bottom end there. Which is awesome. Next one, where am I, is the Tweed. The Tweed is actually my favorite amp out of the whole thing, so to hear it coming through a valve power amp section sounds really nice. It's so cool just being able to turn your valve amp into whatever you want. This next one's a Vox AC30. You can hear it's much more toppy and bottomy with a scooped mid. time you're using a Vox emulation at home, try the middle pickup on your Strat. I think it really helps accentuate the Vox sort of tone, you know? See how much gain it's actually got. This is so much fun. All right, the next one is the Crunch. A lot of guys use this one out of the Katanas and out of the Boss amp and cabinet. And you see why. The next one is the Brit. This is the Marshall. The best part about the Boss IR-2 that I really like is if you play quietly, it cleans up. You dig in, it gets really loud. Right, now we're getting into the high gain stuff. This amp is high gain, of course. The Laney Cub Chug's pretty good. Next one is the Slow 100, Sultana 100. Take a bit of treble out of that. Also cleans up really nice. Next one is the Brown. I can hear the Laney Cub really working hard. There's so much bass in it. They're just great sounding amp models. Last one is the rectifier. I'm not a very good high gain player. I'm not sure how to set up the sound. I know a lot of saturation and gain when I hear it. Also sounds really nice with the gain almost off. Well, anyway, there you go. So once again, I've plugged this into my computer and I've turned it on to amp only with the cab off. And then I've come out of the output of this pedal. So I'm plugged into this pedal, out of the output of the pedal into the effects return on the effects loop on the back of the Laney Cub behind me. Mic'd it up. That's what you're hearing. So it's a really, really cool way. If you've got any valve amp with a effects loop on it, it's a really cool way to add 10 different preamps, flavors, colors, tones and sounds, 10 different versions of it into your existing valve amp. And then you get all the beautiful harmonics and the lush goodness of the valve power amp pushing it out into your speaker, which is really cool. I think it's a really awesome way to use this pedal. If you wanted to use it as like a drive, it's effectively just turning into a preamp pedal or an overdrive pedal, depending on how you want to look at it. So I think this is really cool. Let me know if you're using it like this too. If you've got any tips for me, any help you give me with this sort of stuff is always really greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. It really helps the channel out. And we appreciate you spending some time with us. So cheers. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.